good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be. This is Brother Manson McCann, your life coach. Today we will be discussing relationships. That's right. But I'm going to start in the beginning part of the relationship. And I will always start with this. This is an if the shoe fits, wear it type program. If it don't apply, please let it fly. If I cannot help you, then please refer this video to someone I can. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. A lot of times you look at relationships, you see the posts on Facebook all the time, or a real man does this, or I want a man that takes care of me, that makes this amount of money, or you even hear men say, a real woman does this, or I need this woman to be able to cook for me and run my bath water and stuff like that. All of those things are fine when you're in search of someone who you plan to be with for the rest of your life. But let me get to the real deal about this. In the beginning, I'm going to say this. In order for you to have a good man, you must be a good woman. In order for you to have a good woman, you must be a good man. Any other thing other than that, you're going to end up with a misfit. I had to throw that in there because lots of us don't really understand about what we should be bringing to the table. See, a lot of us want people to bring stuff to our table when we don't even have a good table set up for them. See, opposites don't attract. They only attract momentarily because we're looking out of our lust. We're looking out of something that's impulsive. So therefore, the opposites seem to attract us. You know, the good girls like the bad guy type of attraction, or the why does the good man go for the hood rat, so to speak. No, it's not because these are the people that we see ourselves with in our lifetime, but this is the person that we see momentarily at that moment. But finding that individual that you're going to spend your life with takes a little bit of work from yourself. You can't just expect for a man to come into your life, ladies, and give you everything that you're asking for, that strength, that financial support, you know, that love that you're looking for. And men, you cannot expect for a woman to come in feeding you the way that you want to be fed, rubbing you down when you had a hard day at work, if you two cannot bring nothing to the table. See, just remember this. You attract who you are. All right? That means if you are this person that seems to be at the nightclubs all the time, then you're going to attract those kind of nightclub people. If you are the guy that's always in the hood and you seem to be more in the hood than in your own home, then those are the kind of women that you are going to attract. Okay? Now, clean yourself up. Now, let's get to this. It's not about finding the right person. It's about being the right person, which goes back to that table being set. See, you have to do something to entice a man, and a man has to do something to entice a woman. You see what I mean? That's why the Bible says if a man finds the wife, he finds a good thing. You see what I mean? That means you're not just out here searching and searching, and then there you go, you pick a woman. But no, women, you guys have a job to do as well, because you have to kind of entice this man to even look your way. So therefore, you can't be out here doing anything. You can't be out here wearing anything, because if you're dressing in that short stuff and I look at you and I may not be your type, you can't ball your face up at me and wonder what I'm looking at. I'm looking at you. Cover it up if you don't want me to see it. So, or any other man for that matter. You can't be out here like that and then expect to find a good quality man. That means you have to do something for yourself in order to entice this man, because it's about being the right person, not finding the right person. Same thing goes for you men. Now, you can't be running around here with your drawers all hanging all out, your pants all down around your leg. All you do is smell like alcohol and weed, and then expect to attract a woman that's going to love you for the rest of your life. Are you crazy, man? You must be, because you seem to think that all you need to do is find your queen. I hear them all the time. I need to find my queen. Well, I can be out here doing my thing in the streets, and all she got to do is just make sure home's straight. Buddy, that's your job. You seem to have the roles reversed a little bit different, man. So you cannot expect for that woman to be A1 when you're B2. And women, you can't expect for the man to be A1 when you're B2. Now, What you need to do is look into your inner self and say, who am I? Find out your strengths and weaknesses in relationships before you even get to another individual. Because guess what? You are going to attract who you are. If you want that good man, you got to be a good woman. If you want that good woman, you got to be a good man. Now, the Bible speaks of being unequally yoked. Now, what is a yoke? A yoke is a wooden contraption that they will put animals in to draw stuff like, to till the garden and all that old good stuff, to the plows that men couldn't actually push themselves, and just to till a whole field, they needed animals and oxen to put in the yoke, which would keep them together. That's the frame of the relationship. But here's how the yoke works and how you become unequally yoked. The oxen had to be either the same size or the same strength. They had to be on the same level, so to speak, in this relationship. If one oxen were weaker than the other one, then one would be dragging the other one, and then the plow would be off base. If one was smaller or taller than the other, then the oxen would be off. One would make a bigger stride and the other one would not, so the plow would be off base. So that's where we get the proverbial relationship of being unequally yoked, because in spirit, you have some people that are giants in spirit and some people that are babes, but they linking up together, and then they never get to the same level so they can pull the yoke of that relationship down the plow, down the field, so they can have some success. Because if you are unequally yoked with this individual, you will not get anything done. I'm trying to tell you that. You'll be just treading in the mud, and then you'll be wondering, why? Why am I with this individual? You see what I'm saying? That's because you weren't the right person. You thought you had the right individual, and quit trying to, let me just throw this in here real quick. Quit trying to get with people and think that you're going to change them. My pastor told me this one time. He said, your crazy girlfriend, if you marry her, she's going to be your crazy wife. Your crazy boyfriend, if you marry him, they're going to be your crazy husband. So don't think just because a piece of paper and you said I do is going to change that person's individual attitude towards you. No, they're going to still be who they are. So therefore, you must be careful when you pick and choose these individuals. The Bible promotes that if a man finds a good thing, he findeth, if a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing. But a lot of women are out here just scooping up dudes. I don't know why. Maybe it's a major shortage of men. I don't get it. But stay in your lane, ladies, and continue to do what you're doing, and your proverbial Mr. Right will be along. Because as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, then that guy who best compliments you will show up. I guarantee you, it works every time. Because in order to have, I'm going to say it again, a good man, you must be a good woman. In order to have a good woman, you must be a good man. You attract who you are. Opposites do not attract, okay? Now, we're going to start closing this down a little bit because my time is running a little short. And I just wanted to open up with this thing on the relationship. There will be other parts in this relationship because this is just the open. This is just how you initially get that individual. We're going to focus on how to stay with that individual and how to love these individuals as the time goes by. But this is the initial. In order to have a good man, you must be a good woman. In order for you to have a good woman, you must be a good man. You attract who you are. What do you bring to the table? Stop trying to get people to come set your table for you. Have something there already, and just let them add to your pile. And y'all guys can grow together. And hopefully y'all yoke can be strong, and y'all can get something done down the field. So until next time, this is Brother Manson McCann, your life coach. I love you with the love of the Lord, and you can't do nothing about it. Goodbye.